Hi everybody, welcome back to Chefs in the Hood. We're here today, we're cooking up some mofongo and some veggies with a little kick with some cayenne pepper in it. It has a whole bunch of stuff, some spinach, carrots, red green peppers, onions, garlic, and some cherry tomatoes. Also for the mofongo, we're using ground chicken today. You could usually make it with shrimp, beef, chicken, cutlets, but today we're going to use ground chicken. And we also, it asks for chicharron, which is pork. I don't do pork, so I got me some turkey bacon here. We're going to use the turkey bacon instead. Some garlic, onion, the green plantains with a little bit of adobo and sazon. And of course the sofrito I made the other day. I hope you saw that episode. So, we'll be right back. We're going to get this ready. Okay, right now we're getting the plantains ready. We're going to cut them. You want to cut the ends off, cut it down the middle, down the back, the spine, whatever you want to call it, and start removing the skin. Now you're going to do this with all of them, okay? Okay, with the green plantains, they're more of a mild taste, whereas the sweet plantains, they're very sweet, the ripe ones. So today we're going to use these because we want it to be, it's something like a potato, if you want to say. It matches a potato. But this is how we're going to cut them. We're going to cut them into 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. After you cut them, you put them in a bowl of cold, salty water. And you're going to do this with all of them. You're going to let it soak for about, let's say, a 1/2 hour. After that, you drain and dry them, make sure they dry, and then we're gonna start frying. Okay, so here we are. We have our ingredients. We have our ground chicken, onions, the famous sofrito, some chopped onion, some chopped garlic, sazon, adobo. Sometime soon, in another episode, I will show you how you can make your own adobo and your own sazon. You don't always have to buy the store brand. You can make your own. It's always better to have fresh. We have our garlic cut in half, our plantains dried, drained, ready to be fried, our bacon bits, as you could say, and our chicken broth. So let's get started with the onions, the garlic, and the recadito. You want to cook this up until your onions become translucent, then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. The chicken, the sazon, adobo. Okay, the onions and garlic look like it's about ready. It definitely smells ready. I wish you could be here and smell it. Smells, oh so delicious. Now let's move this over to the side so we can put our ground meat in. We're going to scoop this up right on top of the meat. You can always start breaking the meat down. Okay, now we're going to add some adobo and sazon. You don't want to overdo it. You never want to overpower it. And you put 1 complete packet of sazon. The adobo you use as taste. So once it starts cooking, if you want more adobo, then you add. But you'll know what to do. You gotta do it towards your taste and what you like. Okay, so now we have our ground chicken done with the onions and the recadito, adobo, sazon, all that. Now we're gonna start frying up our plantains. Okay? So you want to cut them about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. And you want to make sure that your oil is very hot. You're going to fill this pan up. And also, don't forget, we soak these in salt water for at least a half an hour. You can soak it longer if you like, but at the very least a half an hour. And then you're gonna let these fry up for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so that's what it should look like when you turn it over after 2 to 3 minutes. If you could tell the difference, you see it's like a little, it's golden. It's no longer has that pink. So that's what you're looking for when you're turning it over. You don't want to cook it where it's crispy yet, because don't forget, we have to smash these to make the mofongo. So you need it a little bit tender on the inside. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, so we have it cooking, frying right now. It's been frying 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So you see, now it's all level, evenly fried. You want to take them out and start placing them on your napkin. And then you're going to do the next batch. Okay, so we now have our plantains fried and ready to go. We're going to mash everything up together now. She has come so far, we no longer have to grow mussels and do it with the mortar and the pestle. We can now use our beautiful ninja. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start off by putting in a few of these green plantains. This is pretty big. I could probably put everything in at once because it's so big. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't make it too thin or too smooth. You want it to have a lumpy consistency. Okay, we're going to add some garlic. We got our bacon bits that I've been chomping on this whole time. We got our olive oil. And we're going to put a little bit of chicken broth. You might add a little bit later, but you have to see how it comes out. Okay. All locked in and ready to play. Let's turn it on, and we're going to use the low. Alright, now you see how it is right there? It may come in like into its own balls. That's what you want, your mofongo. And everything is nicely chopped. So this is ready to go. Come look. You can see it? It's in a nice, it's already attached to each other. It's going to be very easy to make the balls stuffed with the chicken. To do the medallions, which are much smaller, personal. You can have it as an appetizer, or you can have it as a meal. You can freeze them. You can make a bunch of them and freeze them and only make what you want. So, good idea. Okay, now I have a little measuring cup, some saran wrap. We're going to take some of this plantain, stuff the measuring cup, and you see how I'm trying to fill it in and raise it to the sides. Here don't forget, we used some garlic, some olive oil, some chicken broth, and the turkey bacon crunched up. Just because you want something traditional and it calls for pork, they have substitutes that we can use nowadays, and you can still get the same texture and taste without actually having it. So I love, to be honest with you, I was eating turkey bacon before I even stopped eating pork. That's how much I love it. Okay, so we got our little shape in there. We're going to pack it with meat. Just like that. And you could put actually anything you want in here. You know, some people do shrimp. You could make beef stew. You got extra meat left over. Shred it. Put it in there. Same thing with chicken stew. I mean, you name it. It's on, you know, whatever you like. Whatever's going to float your boat. We're talking about your stomach. You cooking for you. You cook what you want. Okay, now this is the top. You're going to make a semi, you know, like a circle. And you're going to fit it in. And you're going to try and fit it in around. And then you want to pull it closed with the saran wrap. It just makes it much easier when you take it out and try to mold it. And it also holds it into place. Now that we've done that, we're going to pop it out. See how easy that came out? Flip it. And now we're going to mold it to make sure that it's sealed. You want to always make sure that it's sealed because when you go to fry it in the oil, you don't want the juices from the chicken coming out. And when you're cooking with chicken, chicken produces a lot of water. So you'll have a lot of popping. So you don't want that. So just make sure it's sealed. Okay, I'm going to do a few more. Got another one just about ready for filling. And you don't want to make it too thick. But remember, you have to close it in on with the top. That's all. This is starch. You don't want to overdo. You don't want more starch than meat. You want to have a good balance. And also by making the medallions, you use less oil. If you make the big fat ones, guess what? Have to deep fry it. That's not good. You don't want to do too much deep frying. You want to avoid it at all costs. And to me, this is just so much more simpler, especially when you have a family and you want authentic meal. You could do these dishes on the weekend and freeze them, so that way during the week you could serve your family a traditional cooked meal, home cooked meal that tastes delicious and not from a box. This is also something you could do with your kids. Your kids will love doing these type of things. I know I did as a child. It was always fun to cook with my mom's in the kitchen. And that's what we need. Instead of always going out to eat. You want to learn how to cook restaurant food at home. Okay, so we're going to put this, we got our oil nice and hot. We're about to put the Mofongo medallions in the fire. Fry these suckers up. Get a nice, well, I'm gonna do it a little crispy. I like mine a little well done. But everything's already cooked, so you could fry it to your consistency how you like it, depending. But it will be moist either way. Frying these. Right. Don't forget, you don't want to eat them all the same night. Before you even fry them, you can put them in the freezer. You can fry them and still put them in the freezer for a later date, for lunch, take to work with you, whatever you want. Okay, so you see how these have fried up? Now they're ready to be taken out. The perfect crispness. You have the crunch from the outside and the juicy taste of the meat inside with all the flavors. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. And love it. Okay, so we're about to make our veggies. We have our onions, our peppers, tomatoes. I got some washed spinach in here, some carrots, garlic, pepper, salt, and some cayenne pepper. So let's get started with the onions and peppers first. You want to make sure your pan is nice and hot when you start this. Let's let that cook up. Matter of fact, let me put some garlic in here right now too. Maybe a pinch of cayenne pepper to start. stir this up. You want everything to be seasoned nice and evenly. This is what we're going to put over our mofongo. Or put this under our mofongo. Okay, now our onions are transparent, so it's ready to add in the spinach. Okay, let's add some spinach, and we're going to have to add a little bit at a time. Because you know how spinach is, it cooks down very evenly. Continue adding till there's some in there that's already cooked down. I'm going to continue adding. And then I'm going to cover it up, let it steam a little bit more, and mix it back in, and then we're going to start adding our other ingredients. Okay, so it's cooked down pretty well. We're going to add in our carrots right now, okay? Look at all those beautiful colors. Okay, we're going to put a little bit more garlic in it. I love garlic. I don't know about you, but I put garlic in almost everything. You'd be surprised. Salt, some more pepper. Pepper. Doesn't that look good? I'm gonna put another pinch of some cayenne pepper. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna give it a kick, but we ain't gonna kill ourselves. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't do it too hot. I love it, but I can't do it. Okay, so it's cooked down pretty well. I'm about to put some chicken broth and some apple cider vinegar in it. See if I can make some sort of gravy for it. And I'm not measuring this. I'm doing this off the site. Okay, so our veggies are about ready for these sweet cherry tomatoes. And to top it off, some organic coconut sugar. I'm just going to put a little bit. This is going to taste delicious. I've already been picking off of it, but now that we added the sugar and the tomatoes, I can't wait. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, delicious, and healthy. All at the same time. You can't go wrong. Now it's time to plate so we can eat. The best part, eating. We're going to put a bed. Look at how delicious that looks. Those tomatoes look beautiful. Place 3 of them right on top. And because I am greedy, I gotta put some more veggies on top. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Now it's time to try this out. So let's taste this. We did it again here, Chef in the Hood. Oh my God, that's delicious. Whew. Come back again. This is Tracy. We're gonna make mofongo with chicken stuffing, garlic chicken stuffing, and a veggie. We don't know the name of it. It's just good. It's delicious, as a matter of fact. Please come back. Bye now from Chef in the Hoods.